It's Fully Threaded Radio Special Report.
Hi again, everybody. Eric Dudas here. Well, the Mid-West Fastener Association Fastener Week is in the books, and it was a huge success. No other way to say it. Great attendance, great atmosphere. Even the weather was perfect. So great job to the MWFA board. All your hard work paid off. And during this special edition of Fully Threaded Radio, I'm going to play some sound for you that we captured at the tabletop event, which was, well, you'll hear. A lot of energy out there. People were glad to be there. Interestingly, the title sponsors of Fully Threaded Radio are Bright & Best International, Gobel Fasteners, and Star Stainless Screw. Lo and behold, all three of those companies were also platinum sponsors of Fastener Week. What do you know? Hey, lots of companies supported this event, and fortunately, lots of fastener people came out for it. So I've got some sound for you from the show floor, courtesy of the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey, and also Hall of Famer Marty Nolan was there. He did a few interviews for us as well. The tabletop happened on Tuesday, August 17th, and then that evening was the huge 75th anniversary soiree. That was the black tie affair that we've been talking about the last few episodes of the podcast, and it came off, I think, about as well as anyone could have wanted. Then the following day, Wednesday, was the golf outing, and I'm pretty certain that's the largest fastener-related golf outing in the industry. Got the results of that for you, too. But first, if you've listened to the podcast lately, you know that we were building up for the Tough Mudder event. And this was an informal kickoff to Fastener Week. So the Saturday before, a group led by Bob G.Q. Bear of Abbott Interfast and MWFA President GHIII conquered the Tough Mudder obstacle course. There were 11 of us. Originally, there was 13. We lost 2. Who had to drop out due to injuries. But the 11 of us, we made it. We were certainly no cleaner for having done it, but we tested our boundaries and we broke through and did it. And it was way more fun than I thought. Now, I was keeping this a little tight to the vest during the build-up. And I had planned on doing it, but given the way of the world these days, I didn't want to hang my hat on it. I was so glad that circumstances allowed me to travel out to the somewhat okay state of Illinois for this, but that's another story. Brian and Lynn were out there to support us in Rockford, and I've got just a couple of clips here. There was a lot of tension and excitement as we were getting ready for this. Our wave of racers left at 11, so it was not an early start, but our day started quite early. We had a ways to travel to get there. Here's what it sounded like as we were getting ready, and then a short clip right at the finish. So this is just a couple of minutes.
Okay, I have to go to work right now. We're standing in line waiting to check in for the Mudder. Tell me, what are you guys all thinking?
Awesome.
I think we're all ready for this.
I should have had that spotted cow.
It's go time.
John Butler here, voice of Solution Man. We are all in our fine jerseys, Tough Mudder, Tough Nutters. We all look fine, and we're going to have fun, and nobody gets hurt.
Woo. I can't wait for it to start.
All right, other than these trousers are a little, they're different. We're set. The team is actually looking better than I was expecting. Thanks for being here, Brian and Lynn. It's good to have an armor bearer.
Tough crowd, tough competition. We're ready to go.
Okay.
Sheer excitement. Can't wait.
There we go.
The other thing is Bob's already done battle this morning with a killer moth in the car.
What do you got, Lynn? Thanks for coming to join us and cheer us on. Take a few snapshots. I've been surveying the team. We're ready.
We're ready, okay.
We're over ready.
We're worried about who's going to carry my big butt, So I got 2 choices. I got Valdez and I got Rock.
Okay.
So Rock wins.
I hope you have money.
The problem is I got to carry them too.
Right.
So here's Brian and I, and we are at Texas Hold'em waiting for our group to arrive here. It looks like a pretty good thing, looked kind of difficult to do. Where do you think our group is, Bri?
I don't know, but this one's definitely so interesting because you have to, there's a tip-top sort of thing, and you have to be balanced pretty well with a partner on either sides of a sort of a triangle, and trying to walk down the length of a, I don't know, whatever this thing is, obstacle, cross over into another one. It's easy to fall off. You don't hurt yourself, but it's sort of you need to be coordinated to get it down it.
And we found the little bit of shade here in the weeds, and we're just standing here waiting for the group. Of course, it's towards the end of their trek there. So anything else there, Bri?
Yeah, this one's a pretty good thing. We chose this because we asked all these different people as we came here, said, which one can you get decent pictures at? And this is one of them, and the next one on, if we can get there in time, is another one. And the other ones are sort of just muddy, and you don't really get much to see, and everyone just gets dirty.
So we'll stay tuned. Okay, we just finished the motor, Jake.
Oh, baby.
How do you feel?
What a time. What a time. Feel great. I couldn't be happier to have done it with the group of people I did it with. Just above and beyond what a fastener friend truly is. It was challenging, but yet just a lot of fun.
Okay, so if you could have a fastener during the run, what fastener would you have brought with you?
Plow bolt.
Speedboat. Speedboat.
Yeah,
Speedboat,
there you go.
yeah.
Well, I would have said any kind of screw, because that's how I felt. But I felt like maybe it was a blind rivet.
Our team did awesome.
Like a fully threaded stud.
Tough nutters!
Anybody else?
No person left behind.
No behind, yes.
And everybody got through every obstacle.
Yes.
And Jake has a great behind. Yeah. I had to watch it all day. That's true.
Tabitha, how was it with the boys here?
With the boys, they did a great job in helping us girls when we needed assistance.
right,
We almost
good.
lost Jill in the river, but George went and got her, so we did well.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Would you do it again?
I would definitely do it again.
Okay. With a show of hands, who would do this again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Everybody's there. Jill, yeah? Okay.
We're just expecting more.
Sounds of the Tough Nutters, as our team came to be known. John Cool Hand Butler of the Olander Company did a fantastic job putting these jerseys together with our name on the front, company names on the back. Outstanding. Also, BBI came through with some ironclad, Spider-Man style gloves. They were pretty helpful on certain of the obstacles that we encountered. It's really hard to translate the experience, and there were a bunch of photos out on LinkedIn that I saw people posted. I'm sure some of the other social platforms had a few also, but stay tuned, everybody, because we've got some really cool video of this thing, and we're working, I don't know when it'll come out, but we'll have a movie of the event, and I would be shocked if we don't have at least 2 teams next year. Already, a lot of people say they regret that they didn't join in the team, and if you jump in next year, you're in for a really good time. And you're also in for becoming part of a group that I think has a very unusual and special bond, because everybody commented on that feeling after this thing wrapped up. Let me run down the team roster for posterity's sake. Again, Bob GQ Bear was the ringleader of this whole thing. It was his brainchild. George Hunt III, GH3 of BBI, was his co-conspirator. He did a lot of organization and general shoring up of the troops. The rest of the team included the aforementioned John Cool Hand Butler, Jake Valdez Davis, Bobby Wegner, Kirk Zender. As it turns out, he's going off to do a 100-mile race after this one, so this was just a warm-up for him. Jill Lewis, Mike Robinson of Vertex, Tabitha Herbst, myself, and Buddy Blattner, who is retired from the fastener industry, but he's still a fastener guy at heart. I got to know him years ago when we first started FCH, as his company Active was an FCH member. Good to see him again. Also, it was really cool. Kirk Zender presented everyone on the team with a trophy that was perfect for fastener people. It was fashioned out of a huge grade 5 bolt and had a part welded to the end of it. Makes a perfect bottle opener and memento of the occasion. the Tough Mudder for 2022. Hopefully it'll come off, and I think if it does, it'll be much bigger. So again, stay tuned for the movie, and thanks Team Tough Nutter. So Fastener Week then formally launched the following Monday. The FTI was running a fastener training week, which ensued as all the other festivities were happening. And also a lot of people were rolling in from out of town. So, of course, the Naperville Fastener Association took it upon itself to have another informal kickoff event. That happened Monday night in downtown Naperville. Where else? For the NFA. You may recall back on episode 152 of the Fully Threaded Radio podcast, we explained the origins of the NFA with GHIII and fellow charter member Rich Cavoto. That was a pretty good episode. I might go back and listen to that one now in hindsight. Anyway, we had a really great turnout. There was probably close to 50 people there at one point, and from a very interesting cross-section of locations as well. I mean, we had people from Arizona, Texas, California, out east, as well as a lot of Midwest people. And I would like to formally acknowledge that during this meeting, I was the recipient of the first ever Form, Fit, and Function Award. Thank you, Marty and Bob and everyone else who voted for this. I didn't know quite how to take it, a little tongue-in-cheek at first, but I tell you, it was really a great honor to be recognized for whatever contributions I've been able to make through this podcast and other things. And they created a really great, how appropriate is this, a beer stein with our NFA logo on it. And I believe the traveling salesman has come out with another product in his line of Old Rusty Bolt. This is a table wine. Had a bottle of that too included with the gift. The NFA is taking shape. And thanks, guys, once again. It was a lot of fun. Great to see everybody out there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your friendship. We didn't stay out too late, though, because the next day we had to get up and head out to do something that a lot of us haven't done in a long time. That is get ready for a tabletop show. So I've got two chunks of audio here. They do a good job, I would say, of conveying the tone of the afternoon. The hall was filled with tables. And where we had our FCH sourcing network table set up, we had very steady traffic throughout the whole thing. It ran noon to 4 officially. And of course, if you've ever been to one of these things, there's lots of activity that goes on during the hour or so ahead. And a lot of times people linger around afterwards as well. It didn't hurt that the dinner was coming up later, and a lot of people were staying at the hotel connected to the exhibit hall. So let's play that first package of sound, again, courtesy of the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey and Marty Nolan.
We're here at the Mid-West Fastener Association tabletop, and it's exciting. Listen to the crowd here. So I guess the big question is if you're not here, why not? It's exciting again to see us all get together again and see what's happening in the fastener industry. I'm here with one of our favorites.
Hi, this is Heidi Volltrauer with Volt Industrial Plastics.
So what's been happening? What have you been doing? What's Volt been doing?
Well, Volt is having a hard time meeting their demand because people are ordering. I don't know what's going on out there, no complaints, because, I'd rather have this problem than orders not coming in. So it's been interesting. And then with COVID, we have... we're having a hard time finding people to work, so meeting that demand, although it's a great problem, it's still a problem.
Yes, I would admit, I think everyone's having trouble with workers. Where are they?
I don't know, and it's been nice coming here to the show and talking to people face to face and kind of seeing what's going on out there, and we all have that in common, I'm finding out. So we're not alone in this problem, unfortunately.
Thanks, Heidi.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's good.
Christian at Global Fasteners. It's a great turnout. We're super excited to be here. We made it in from Houston, Texas, and we're glad to be in-person events again. It's great to see everybody in the industry, and we're excited.
And you have stuff on your table, because the last time we talked, that was last time we were in Vegas, you had nothing.
Right, yeah, last time we had a bit of a shipping mishap, but we came prepared this time. We have everything out here, full demos available, and we're excited to show everybody our new stuff.
All right. So tell me, what's new over there at Goebel?
So the newest thing that we're really excited about is our new battery tool line. It's an 18-volt series, and we have them for all types of different fasteners, blind rivets, threaded inserts, and lock bolts as well.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Anything else happening?
Oh, we're staying busy, so I think that's with everybody in the industry right now.
All right, we are at the Mid-West Fastener Show, and we are here with
Mike Stamm with Chicago Hardware and Fixture Company.
Mike Stamm from Chicago Hardware has been coming to this show a long time. Now we're coming out of a weird year, Mike. How do you find the show so far?
The show is great today. You know, a lot of people. I'm surprised, a lot more than what I was thinking was going to show up. But yeah, it's nice to see customers we haven't had contact with in some time. You know, as far as visual contact, you know, be able to face-to-face time, which is great. So yeah, definitely a great show today, and glad we're here and getting some stuff done.
How is business at Chicago Hardware?
Business is very good. Yeah, it's just very good. Right now we're very busy with production. We're trying to keep up with demand, and it's very difficult, but we'll keep pounding away, keep pounding steel, and doing what we can to keep up and make everyone happy. And
that's pretty common in the industry right now. Now, as I came up, I mentioned I was doing this on behalf of Fully Threaded Radio, and you mentioned that you and Eric have had discussions in the past. Anything in particular?
Oh, Eric's a great guy. We share the love for the Grateful Dead, so that's always good.
That's always an easy way to befriend Eric, is talking about the Grateful Dead.
Dan Belter, Multipack Incorporated.
And we're here at the Mid-West Fastener Association tabletop, and what do you think?
I think this is fantastic. I haven't been to a show in a year and a half. I got out of the office. I love to see people mingle and do business.
And we've got a pretty good crowd in here, don't we?
You have a huge crowd in here. I've been to shows at McCormick Center that were not quite this big.
That's wonderful. And Nancy and everybody.
Nancy is fantastic. Yeah. You know Nancy Rich?
Yes.
Oh, good friend of mine.
Yeah. Is she? Oh.
Well, it's a long story. You can talk to Nancy about Dan Belter. Okay. Yeah, no, she's a piece of work. I love her. I love Gretchen at the hotel over here. Life is good.
Yeah, and the Midwest board and everything did a great job.
I've been to some of your shows before. This is really nice, though.
Donnie Kirkwood, Director of Sales from Brainerd Rivet Company.
Tony Martinez, Assistant Sales Manager, Buckeye Fasteners.
I know you guys. You guys are Cleveland guys. I know, but I wanted the audience to know. You made the trip over. We haven't had too many shows like this. How's it going for you?
It's actually been really, really good. To be able to come back to a smaller, more intimate show like this gives you an opportunity to see more people, spend a little bit more time with them, and have more meaningful conversations than you might at a more chaotic event like Vegas or things like that when there's so many other different things going on. This has been a very, very fruitful show for sure.
And Tony, I know you guys also have a presence in this area. You guys, I believe, have a warehouse out here too, correct?
Correct. It's actually about 5 minutes down the road here in Elk Grove Village. It's one of our outlying warehouses, so it's been nice to come down. Like Donnie said, reconnect with everybody and then come out here and see our guys and laud them for everything that they've done to make us fruitful in this very rough time.
All right, gentlemen, I appreciate it. Somebody's making an announcement. We are at the booth for Advanced Components, and we are here with
Brad Burrell,
Mallory Nichols.
Mallory Nichols. I knew you by another name once upon a time. How are you guys finding the show so far?
Very impressed. There's a lot more attendance than I was expecting. Everyone seems to be in good spirits.
I think it's been bustling all day. It's been not really a dull moment.
Well, you guys came from Texas, so it's a little bit of a haul, and it's an investment of your time and travel. So
good seeing some customers I hadn't seen in person in a while. Reminded me of a few quotes I need to follow up on. So I made my notes to follow up with them as soon as we get back to the hotel room. So overall, it was a great show.
All right, we're here with another one of our favorites, Cameron here from Beacon. Cameron, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good in yourself today.
Okay. So tell us what's happening with Beacon and tell us what's happening. We haven't seen each other for 2 years.
We're basically in the same boat with everybody else. Business is good. It's very busy. Supply chain challenges are, I think, the entire industry. What we learned during COVID the past year, we were remote for the greater portion of a year. And we're keeping with the hybrid model going forward, where people in the office are there 2-3 days a week. It's worked well. We found that we can be efficient, productive, whether working at home or working in the office. This model has worked well, and we'll continue on as things are still a little bit unsettled, and keep doing what we can for our customers, trying to make it through these challenges and get product in customers' hands and in our doors.
How's the labor? Is there a labor shortage? A lot of people have been talking about not being able to find workers. Do you have that issue?
In one department, we've had some challenges keeping people on or getting people in. We haven't really had that on the office side. That'd be our warehouse side. But it's a challenge I'm hearing from a lot of people here today, that they're definitely having a problem finding people or keeping people.
And it always was a challenge for us in the industry getting people. Do you think COVID has made it harder?
If I had to guess, I would say yes. I don't have any evidence or anything concrete to say that, but anything that was a challenge, COVID certainly probably has made it a little bit more challenging to do.
And we're over here at the Midwest. What do you think? Is this your first tabletop of the year?
This is our first event of the year. Somebody perfectly described it as kind of like a high school reunion. We haven't seen each other in so long. It's good to see our customers and other companies and people that we've known for years. It does feel kind of like a high school reunion.
I agree with that. That's a very good analogy. All right. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Morgan Rudolph.
Rick Rudolph.
Dan Billfield.
You gentlemen have traveled far to come to the show at the Mid-West Fastener Association.
Big turnout. Everyone I've talked to here said that it's a wonderful turnout. They're very pleased with how many people have been here and how much business they're writing and getting quotes on.
Yeah, agreed. I think the show's definitely been a success.
Dan,
outstanding show. Can't wait to do it again.
Dan, I'm not going to lie. I see a shirt on you that I didn't see last time I saw you in person. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I left the ranks of the manufacturer's reps and joined the dark side and became the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Crescent Manufacturing.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, very good, guys.
Brian Catone, Cambridge Corporation. I think this is an excellent showing. I was just commenting a minute ago with my counterpart, Vic LaPoma, talking about I think this was better attended than the last event that they held here.
All right. And I think so, too.
I think everybody is looking for an excuse to get out of their office.
Yes, this is true. Remotely or at the office.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people are very happy to see familiar faces again as well. So
yeah.
Overall, I'd give it a 5-star.
All right, wonderful. Now, what's new at Cambridge?
We have got a lot of new items available. Expanded our line, pushing 44,000 SKUs, over 11,000 SKUs of stainless steel, which seems to be a pretty hot commodity these days, especially when it comes to truss head machine screws. We do have a bunch of those left on the shelves. A lot of new woodworking screws and socket cap screws and socket set screws and all kinds of self-drilling screws. Lots of new screws.
Okay. Any trouble with distribution?
The same problems everybody's having, but we're staying ahead of it, and we're still 96% plus fill rate on parts.
Well, I'm here with two of our board members here, Bob Bear and GHIII. So, what do you guys think?
It's a great event. I mean, I am so happy to see so many people here. It's just excited to be back and mingling with one another again.
It is awesome. It brings back memories of the last tabletop, which actually was our last big event that I recall, and it's just wonderful. People seem happy. You know, it's fun to be out. Everybody's smiling. There's a lot of excitement in the air, and everybody's excited about tonight.
I wish we would have had a recorder handy when Jake Valdez Davis came up to our table at the start of everything with a bag of potato chips for Brian, hinging off of episode 167's theme. Good job, Jake. You got a laugh. And it was a great way to kick everything off and to get reacquainted. And that's what people were doing on the floor. I think it's pretty clear there. The mood was really high and good mix of familiar faces who we hadn't seen in a while, of course, and new people walking the floor, including several newcomers to the industry. Lots of talk about the supply chain, a few reveals here and there, people catching up on news and job changes, stuff like that. And of course, behind it all was a lot of wondering and grumbling at certain tables about what's going to happen at Vegas. And Morgan Wilson from Emerald attended Fastener Week. I know he was having conversations with lots of people. Good for him for coming out. Whatever happens with that, he's a great guy, and it was very good of him to come. He also had some excellent fishing pictures. He finally got into some really good fishing. The afternoon rolled along. Lynn and Marty kept the recorders going.
All right, we're here with another one of our favorites. This is
Steve Regala from Bradley Coatings.
So what do you think?
I think it's awesome. It's great to see everybody again. Everybody seems to be happy. Seems like it's a pretty busy show. There's actually some good qualified leads coming around here right now.
So what has your company had to do because of COVID? What kind of things happened?
Well, we definitely had to change a lot of the things that we were doing as far as like the production workers. It was slow for a little while there, and we had to kind of have people do different types of jobs and different things than they normally would do. Outside sales was completely eliminated, so now those were inside positions that were filled. So we spent a lot of the time like training people and cross-training on different machines, and just really a lot of cross-training so that when things got a little bit back to normal again and everybody could kind of just be a little bit more knowledgeable. I was very rarely in the office, and now I've been in the office for the last year and a half. So I developed a machine capability study so we could figure out exactly what every one of our machines can do, what the sizes were, what materials they could run, and then basically taught all of the other people about that so that they know better when they're quoting. Developed a whole quoting plan, a whole training procedure on how to quote, and just a bunch of other things. So really just took that time to teach everybody, get them more educated, more familiar with what the company does. And like I say, so when it got somewhat back to normal again, they're prepared. They're better prepared for it.
All right. We're going to look for great things from Bradley Coating.
Yeah, I think so. We're coming on strong.
All right. Great. Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Colin Cochart from Packer Fastener.
Were you just looking around, or did you come here for something specific?
We have some great partnerships in the Chicago area, and we just want to keep those relationships going. Relationships are really what Packer Fastener is really passionate about, right? So just getting our face out here, spending some time with those people, and coming to visit some key vendors that we have down here.
I'm here with
Shelby Ream from Bossard. Courtney Heath from Bossard.
And we are here at the Mid-West Fastener Tabletop. Tell me, why are you ladies here?
We're here to meet with our suppliers and find some new ones.
And is this the first tabletop you have attended?
Yes.
So what do you think?
It's great. So far, we just got here.
All right. So how long have you been in the industry?
About 4 years.
4 years. So how did they say, ladies, go to the show? What happened?
Yeah, kind of. So we're both in the supply market research department. So just wanted to meet people that we've communicated with via email and in person and kind of get to know everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're here at the Mid-West Fastener Tabletop, and you are?
Garrett Lamson from High Tech Fasteners.
You made the trip in. It's probably been a while since you've been able to go to a show. How'd you find this one? How's the traffic? How's the show for you?
Traffic was good. The show's been good, and heard about it on LinkedIn.
So that's a good, you gotta have the social media, you tapping into that. But several of you from the company, or who'd you come over with?
Just the president of the company and myself.
So he's got you out running around trying to find new sources, just link up with the sources you have? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just stopping at every table to see who's got inventory.
So far, so good, right?
Yeah, it's been great.
Well, thanks.
I'm still at the MWFA, and I've run into a company I don't know anything about. So, who are you?
I'm Scott McCabery from Be Clean Specialties. We're a company that helps manufacturers with the air quality. We service Smog Hog, Mistbuster, Tryon, among other brands that take the smoke and oil mist out of the air. That's made when people are forming or cutting metal. They spray oil on it, makes mist and smoke. So we help remove that out to make factories more nicer place to work. So we make our motto is we breathe better, work better, live better.
Ah, very good. Is this the first time here at Emma?
Yes, this is our first time here.
All right. Great.
We're just about 5 miles away from here in Schaumburg, so we figured we'd stop by, set up the booth.
Well, I hope you have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike McNulty, Fastener Technology.
And Tom Hutchinson, Fastener Technology.
All right. So what was different during COVID? You guys were home more than you ever were in your lives, right?
Yeah, it was like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
over and over again. But what we ended up doing in the winter was we started having garage parties. So we could have neighbors, friends over in the garage. We could take the cars out. We got space heaters, and we could, even if it was cold outside, get up to about 55 degrees. People brought over their food, drink, just sat around, social distanced, of course.
Yeah.
And got together. That was how you really, mixed with people, because you couldn't invite anybody in the house.
Yeah, that's
basically.
true.
Me, instead of having like one walk a day with the dog, it was up to 2 or 3 times per day with the dog. And he's 13 years old, and he still walked a lot, more than he ever did. And he got used to me being home all the time. Lays next to me while I'm working, so when I leave, he starts barking. That's what my wife says, so that was different.
Being left alone.
Yeah. Now, is this your first event, or have you guys been out somewhere?
Second, we were at the North Coast event in Cleveland, which was also very good. Yeah, very enjoyable.
Same here. Second one.
What's the next one? Vegas?
Vegas is next, yeah.
Fingers are crossed.
Yeah. All right, I'm here with Jake at BTM. All right, so here we are at the show. What do you think?
It's been great. Started off a little slow, but seen a lot of distributors just in the last hour and a half. It's been great to see their faces.
And there's been a lot of younger people.
Yeah, that's great to see. We need that in the industry. We talk about it a lot, but to see it kind of re-energizes you to know that we should be good, for the years to come.
And thank you being on the board here at Midwest. Everything's just been fabulous. So thank you very much. And we're all looking forward to the dinner.
Yeah, the dinner's going to be spectacular. George, Paula, Nancy, of course, just everybody on the board has just been working on it all year long. And we're just thrilled to be able to pull it off and have everybody get together. We wanted to make it a big deal, and that's why we did the black tie optional. And that put some pressure on us as board members, and I think we're gonna steal the show a little bit tonight with our outfits, but that's to be expected. And but it's, like I said, a huge deal. 75 years, a great association. The combination with Chicago Bolt Nut and Mid-West Fastener Association, just 2 great organizations. That like I said, it's time to celebrate.
You're so right. I'm looking forward to tonight.
Likewise.
All right, I'm here with Nancy. Nancy, so how's it feel to have your show?
This is awesome. I have to admit, last year in June, I was pretty depressed the week of the show. The weather was great. We didn't have a show. We didn't have a golf outing, but I knew what we should have been doing then, and it was a little depressing. This is awesome. Everyone is so excited. They're happy. They seem so glad to be here. I see everyone catching up. It feels like 5 years we haven't seen each other instead of a year and a half.
I know. We went from all complaining that we had too many shows to like, oh my God, we're here at a show. It really is an exciting atmosphere in the room.
It really is, and we really thought hard of when to do it because we thought June would be too soon. We thought about July, and the dates didn't work, and now August, we may have just gotten really lucky by picking August.
Do we think we're going to continue with August if things go back to a kind of normal?
You know what? I used to be able to plan really far in advance, and whether it was our calendar, planning with hotels, venues. Now, I don't even plan beyond a month. It takes a lot of conversation, a lot of guessing, a lot of hoping, and I can't even tell you what we're going to do next year. Normally, I'm here with the date for next year, taking sign-ups, and
right.
Not ready to go back to that normal yet.
Yeah, so you kind of went to like inventory just in time, right?
That's what I feel like, and unfortunately, I think it's going to continue that way for a little while longer. I really hope we get back to normal at the beginning of the year, but that's not what anybody else is saying, so maybe I'm being really hopeful.
Well, I'm hopeful with you, and you know what? Great show. It really is very nice to be here.
Great, and we appreciate everyone being here, the support, and between the show again and our 75th anniversary, it's been so exciting to see the enthusiasm, and I think tonight's going to be pretty exciting, too.
And we're all going to look really good tonight.
Well, we're going to look, for fastener people, we're going to look awesome. What do you mean?
Awesome. Yeah, we're really going to look good. We're all dressed up. We'll be dressed up and everything.
And dressed up is exactly how the fastener industry came out for the MWFA 75th Anniversary Gala. Once again demonstrating the Mid-West Fastener Association is the best dressed of all the fastener associations. The board looked especially stunning in a variety of chic formal wear, and if I do say so myself, likewise, Team Tough Nutter looked smashing. I heard there were about 250 attendees for the dinner, which was held at Venuti's in Addison, not too far from the tabletop location. And the setting, food, and appointments were all magnificent. I was glad to see some faces from the past. Mike O'Connor, who sold his innovative components back in 2018, he was there. Fred Vosecki of Abbott Interfast, and Henry Chernow, who was the MWFA president back when Brian and I first got involved with the industry. He was honored and also addressed the room with some history. Oh, and another dignitary was Bob Sack, who accepted an award for Excel Screw. Among the many awards and Hall of Fame inductions that were announced, my favorite of the evening was the award handed to Association Executive Director Nancy Rich for her tireless work organizing and energizing the MWFA all these years. She was completely surprised when George made the announcement, and the room gave her a resounding standing ovation. I tell you, it was one of the most touching moments I've experienced in the industry, and very well deserved. She does a lot, and nobody does it better. And in case you were curious, Nancy, too, looked like a diva that night, and the FCH team made sure we grabbed a shot of her at the photo booth. Now, there's going to be a lot of photos from the tabletop, the black tie dinner, and the golf outing on the MWFA website at mwfa.net. So go look for yourself. You'll see what I mean. And speaking of the golf outing, I have a few notes on that as well before I wrap up here, including one more soundbite from one of the industry's top golfers. Right after I thank you for listening to Fully Threaded Radio, everybody, and for the many kind words that Brian, Lynn, and I received during these events. It means a lot. Thanks also to our great list of partners who make Fully Threaded Radio possible. The title sponsors of Fully Threaded Radio are Brighton Best International, Tested, Tried, True, Brighton Best, Gobel Fasteners, Quality the First Time, Gobel, and Star Stainless Screw Company. Right off the shelf, Star. Fully Threaded is also sponsored by Buckeye Fasteners, BTM Manufacturing, Eurolink Fastener Supply Service, InSequel Software, ND Industries, Parker Fasteners, Solution Industries, Stelfast, 3Q Inc., Volt Industrial Plastics, and Worth Industry North America. If you have thoughts or comments about Fully Threaded Radio, please reach out. The email address is ftr@fullythreaded.com. So the golf outing was also a huge success, although I heard from a few people it was pretty relaxed this year compared to some years. I didn't hear of any cart collisions or serious injuries, for example. But it was a sellout, 150 players, and the weather was perfect if you like warm and sunny. This year's winning team was Team Olander, led by John Coolhand Butler and Cowboy John Walkman. Two familiar names. Along with them, Tom Buddenbone and Olander CEO David Byrne. He made it out to the show. They shot an impressive 54 and took the day against a pretty competitive field. Many people, had expected the team led by Rob Big Country Reynolds of InSequel Software to dominate. But I tell you, it's hard to beat a cool hand, and Team Olander certainly had that on game day. So I asked Big Country to comment on his team's placing, which was a surprising 4th place. And here's what he said.
Just getting back from the Mid-West Fastener Association event. As you all know, it was a good tabletop, and we had a golf event as well. I think my team, we played pretty strong, finished 4th or 5th, and, wasn't first place, but hey, we got this week coming up, September 9th at the Screw Open. Got a strong team put together with John Riddell from Solution Industries and Tim Vass, myself from InSequel, and we're looking forward to taking home that trophy. It's either getting the trophy or the 30-pack of Busch Light, one or the other. So
like a gentleman and the sportsman that he is, Rob Reynolds, looking down the road to the next event, which happens to be the NCFA Screw Open here in Cleveland, September 9th. He'll be shooting with the guys from Solution Industries, including John Solution Man Riddell, so we're expecting big things, men. You're probably wondering, hey, who took home the FTR award, which is the 30-pack of Busch Light plus the attractive FTR golf hat. This year, that honor went to Team GHIII. Now, I was told by George and Rich, who jointly made the decision on how to hand that one out this year, that it could easily have gone to another winner, but apparently they won last year, and I guess that involved a shot that was so bad the ball actually wound up behind the tee, which does happen from time to time. That's why I don't play in this event. But congratulations, Team GHIII, for winning the FTR award at the MWFA 2021 golf outing. And that's going to do it for this special report. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll be back soon with a regular episode of Fully Threaded Radio. Until then, this is Eric Dudas. Get out there, sell some screws. We'll talk to you next time.
Fully Threaded Radio is a production of Fasteners Clearinghouse.